boys and gals, it's me, Ms. Zombie Lady, and welcome to the 7th episode of Down the Scope, the podcast you can't miss. And I am joined by my beautiful co-hosts. Let's start with Verde Gru.
Hey, what's going on, Zombie?
Good. How's it going, man? Anything new?
Not much. I just been finishing up some games. I hadn't gotten a chance to beat. I beat Killzone 3 last night. Wasn't bad. The ending was a little abrupt, but other than that, I've been just kind of trudging through Dead Space 2 still.
Were you recording any of them by any chance?
No, I don't record if I'm playing, just for personal time. And Killzone 3 has been beat to heck. So
what's your take on that? What's your review? The final review for the single.
The campaign is absolutely amazing. The ending was rushed like nobody's business. It was absolutely. I mean, okay, when you got a game that goes climax, peak, and then immediate shot down. I mean, it was like, wait. Was that the ending? Was that it? And then yeah, it was.
So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's bad.
Okay, so what's your? Because I was confused. You're like amazing, and then like bad.
No. The campaign itself is just phenomenal. Like the graphics, you've got the story, you've got these awesome epic sequences of driving cars and shooting mechs. And as a matter of fact, the last boss, if you can call him that, is just phenomenal. And then you've got just this really. It's almost like they put so much time into the meat of the game that they just couldn't finish it off, and it just really was disappointing. And it just frustrated the crap out of me. I mean, that's what makes a game. That's what makes a game is the ending, right?
Out of 5 stars.
I'd say 4.
Oh, okay, not too bad then.
No,
That's not bad.
No,
That's not bad at all. So you still enjoyed it.
Hell
Have
yeah.
you finished Dead Space?
No, I'm right at the end, but I'm kind of afraid to keep going. I heard that those little, the worst thing I hate about that game are the little adolescent kids because they scream so loud. And I promised myself I wouldn't play the damn game without the Tritons on. And my buddy's beating it. He's like, "Oh, you don't like the adolescents? Well, good luck with the end." So I know what I'm in store for.
Oh, I remember now. Oh, because I saw
Yeah.
Spider play. You were so screwed.
I know. He told me I was pretty screwed. So we'll definitely see.
Nice.
Wow, you finished
probably
2 games
record
in
that.
1 week or something.
I
You
could
should
have finished them. I could have finished them quicker, but
Totally do that like your live stream vid you did to NGT. That'd be
Yeah.
a really good idea.
that would be something.
Have your little window.
That would be something.
Freaking out.
All right, let's move on to our very next co-host, Mr. Uncle Anakin. What's up with you, man?
Mr. Uncle Papa Anakin.
Indeed.
Papa Anakin.
Indeed. This week has been a little crazy. I've been trying to get back in touch with some of my subscribers a little bit. I was playing some good old Black Ops, even though it's not exactly in vogue anymore now that all these new games are coming out. But
Which console?
Both. I've been on the PS3 and the Xbox this week. But one game that I'm pretty excited for, that I spent, believe it or not, a lot of time on my new PC that I built last month. I've been playing the Crysis 2 demo on the PC after having played it on the Xbox.
Ooh.
And let me tell you, it looks pretty darn shiny over there on the PC. It really plays
Don't
very
tempt
well.
me.
It plays extremely well. The input lag that is built into console games when they're ported to PC isn't there. They actually kept the real input communication for keyboard and mouse in there versus just porting it over from the the Xbox or the PS3. So it works really well, and I've been playing that a lot. Getting a feel for it. I'm trying to make sure that it's not going to be one of those flash in the pan games. So I've been giving it all my attention in the demo, and I'm pretty darn sure I think I'm going to pick it up and probably do some coverage on my channel. So be on the lookout.
Nice. I can't wait for that. Are you gonna pick it up for PC?
It's such a tough call because there's just, a lot of people I think are going to get that one on the PC, and I haven't decided yet, but gosh dang it, I want to.
How about you wait for the review of the servers? Which one's better,
See, that's the problem. I think it's still going to come down to the multiplayer because I can pick up these days now. I can pick up the controller just as much as the keyboard and mouse. Now that I've been playing some FPSs back on the PC again, so it's going to be one of those things that I want to get it launch day. I have plenty of other games to tide me over. It's not like I have to have it that day. So I may wait to kind of see what the adoption level is on each platform, and see where.
Do they have special surprises with the
Oh
with the
yeah.
or something?
Yeah, they got a ton of crazy DLC and extra garbage they give away in the pre-orders, and the PC even gets more stuff in the DLC pre-orders.
Yeah, I just got spammed with messages from PS3 telling me about it all.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's like
That's
it's
all
it's
to
ridiculous.
catch.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's what's been going on with me. Big Crisis 2. I was a huge fan of the original Crisis and Crisis Warheads, so I'm pretty stoked about it. I may pick it up on Xbox. I may get it on PC. Heck, I might even get it on PS3. You just never know where you're going to see Anakin.
You never know.
Mystery
The
box.
mystery of the Anakin.
That's right.
All right, and next, last but not the least, my baby brother Reed. What's going on, man? Red Austin 27.
No, not much. This week was mainly a week of me just getting my videos. I have like 20 videos just sitting to be ready to upload because I really wanted my zombie theory to get out there so people actually had a chance to see it who aren't like me on YouTube every 5 seconds going, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. I mean, successfully, it's already for my channel's got like 4,300 subs. The first day it had 2,000 views. It's up to almost 10,000 now. On my channel, I don't know how it's doing on NGT Games. So that's good.
Congratulations,
I've just been
baby
uploading
bro.
gameplay and stuff, a lot of Ascension stuff, and I'm honestly thinking I'm absolutely insane when it comes to live comms. I think something just comes over me. I don't know what though. It's kind of scary.
It never mind.
I don't play video games like that. Is the scariest part. Normally, when I sit down and play a video game, silence. That's all it is.
Oh, okay. But it's all good. Your commentary makes up for it. Your
Something with
fast
that
commentary.
Richtofen. It's gotta be that Toffin, man. Oh,
Hello, you
actually,
Red Austin 7 here.
Actually, I got one question. I don't know if any of you know, but Rick Toffin was originally voiced by Drake from Uncharted. His name's something Snow.
No, it's not. No, it's Nolan North.
Nolan North. Thank you. I've been so off for a while.
Close
but
enough.
But he did voice what's his name, Rick Toffin. And I don't know if there was some talk of his voice was changed as Ascension. Any of you guys noticed that? I'm sorry, it just popped in my head, but
I want to raise an even bigger question. Have you begun your campaign to prove to the world that you play anything but zombies?
Yeah, we played Search and Destroy with him.
I'm just
remember that.
No, I don't.
Nudge.
I don't pay attention to the voices in there.
Yeah, I don't.
Very much.
I think, to be honest with you, I think I just got to move on because I'm in the middle of a Mario playthrough and I just don't like it because it's the Wii. And I'm just like, I can't handle 2.5 hours of talking and waggling this thing. So I think I'm just going to go and move on to like Sly Cooper or Infamous 1 because I really want to play them.
Okay. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I don't pay attention too much on the voices as well, so I'm not too sure, Reed. I'm sorry.
My sister's huge into the voice actors and everything between anime and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, but
I'm sure
do you think, though, that there's a difference in voice?
Personally, no. That's why I was so shocked when I started seeing comments on my page like, oh, it's not the same Rick Toffin anymore. You shouldn't love him as much. I'm like,
Well, yeah, because he's older and he has no hat. I don't know.
The hat gets me
Jesus.
every time.
Come on.
I swear I'm going to post that video one day.
You should.
Hey, zombie lady. Am I wearing a hat?
No. I know. Anyways, guys, what's going on in the world today? Anything?
Well,
Game world?
we didn't have anything really this Tuesday. I don't think that came out. Was there anything?
Dragon Age 2.
Age.
Oh,
2.
Dragon Age 2. Yeah. So I don't think any of us actually got to play that. However, I did play through the first one, and I'm not picking up Dragon Age 2. I like the first. I like the first Dragon Age. I did. I liked it a lot, but I don't know. There's just something about it that.
I've read the reviews about it. Some people say it's a letdown. The gameplay itself. They sacrificed like a lot of things. Like the gameplay, the story versus like the quality and the
Well, they
smoothness
said they
and
dumbed it down really bad on the second.
yeah,
one.
yeah, something like that. They easyfied it.
Yeah.
Simplified. Yeah,
Well, the game
easyfied.
the game wasn't that hard, to begin with. It's nothing. I can't judge the game. Period. I'm just not going to pick it up. I guess the first one didn't leave that big enough of an impression on me. I did like the choices, but a lot of the things I have heard is that it's a very linear story.
Yeah, it's linear, but
Right, and in a game like the first Dragon Age was a big deal. When you could sit there and change. Like, I still don't know how some of the ways play out in the game because it changed that dramatically. And I've heard that the changes in this game they seem kind of dull compared to the first one, which is a real disappointment to hear from multiple sources, especially that I know they like the first one quite a bit. So it's just not something I'm going to pick up right now. I don't have the time to play a game like that right now anyway. That's a 100-hour game,
That's not
what's interesting too. The Dragon Age game was like in development. The original one was like in development for over 4 years. And it was based on sort of like the Oblivion engine or something or whatever, or no, it wasn't. That wasn't
Mass Effect.
that was the other
Mass
one.
Effect.
Yeah, that was. But it was like apparently they were working on this entire storyline and all the branching stories and all that, and they worked on it for like 4 years, and then Dragon Age 2 was made in 18 months.
Right.
And it's like, how could you possibly throw out a sequel that quickly?
Makes no sense. I don't get that either. I was thinking about that too. You see a lot of games do that, don't you?
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Indeed.
Yeah. So another thing is Assassin's Creed. They have a new DLC out.
Right.
I've heard about that, and it's $9.99, I think, in a PlayStation Store or the Xbox Live. Are you planning to pick it up, Brad? Because you're the only one who plays Assassin's Creed here.
Yeah, I probably will. I've been, Delta and I were talking about this the other night. For the amount you pay for the amount you get, that's where the DLC's at. I mean, you pay $10, you get single player, multiplayer, new skins, new multiplayer modes, and maps. I mean, it's just absolutely. There's a lot to it. So yeah, I'll probably I might pick that up, especially just for the single player. But for the price, you take something like Call of Duty, it's like $15 for a couple maps, and then you take $10 for Assassin's Creed. You'd be crazy not to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I guess. And there was a big update for PS3.
Rejected.
No, there was
By the way,
a big update for PS3.
that update took forever. I had to leave it on all night. It took so long.
I don't get that. Like, you guys talk about how your PS3s take forever to download and all that crap. It takes me like 30 minutes.
Yeah, wait. What are you
See, my Xbox is the complete opposite, just like that. My Xbox, the map packs took me 5 minutes to download.
Right.
And whenever I download anything off Xbox, it's almost immediate. I downloaded the patch that was supposed to be like this 2-hour patch and like
yeah. So you love Xbox now?
It's
really?
No, I never said that. I said it's
almost
faster.
like you get what you pay for. How weird is that? How weird is that?
Yeah, but I heard that PlayStation Plus
weird.
users have what do you call that? Cloud storage or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, that's probably why.
I've got a 2 terabyte hard drive, so I don't need that piece of crap.
Oh wow! See, I didn't add anything onto mine because I played so many games on it. I don't want to format the hard drive, so I'm just like, it's not worth it.
No. I just plug up my 2 terabyte external every now and then, and I back up my saves, and then I unplug it, and I go about my day. I don't have to pay.
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus to. The only thing that I'm needing PlayStation Plus for right now is the damn Mortal Kombat demo.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm hoping somebody can
segue.
Thank you. Which I'm hoping somebody's going to be kind enough to let me have. That has a PlayStation Plus. Because Rad definitely is not doing that.
Cricket.
Well, you should definitely try to contact one of the 9 people in the world that do have a PlayStation Plus account and see if they can help you.
I definitely will be.
You'd be surprised how many there are.
I'm sure somebody would help me out with this. I'm very, very sure.
Yeah, but
maybe Brad, somebody should tell you that they will help you in the comments section below this.
Hey, you never know. I wonder if there is such a fan of Down the Scope or my channel or yours that would love to help me.
I just wonder what kind of subscriber would actually do that. Maybe they would even like a shout out if they volunteer to do that.
And they might just get something more than that. They might even get a gameplay with me on the channel playing Mortal Kombat.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh man! But honestly, why do you have
guys.
PlayStation Plus, Reed? Tell
What?
us. Why do you
What
have
about it?
Why do you have it?
Oh, well,
If you're not going to
long story short, my dad one day came home and he's just like, hey, here's $50 PSN card for no reason. I'm like, oh, sweet. So I had nothing to buy, and I'm like, what the hell?
So you have no reason to buy PlayStation Plus.
I can buy freaking a lot of things and not.
I get a lot
think
of free
about
stuff with that
PlayStation
$50 stuff or that
Sony is
membership
so
or whatever.
proud for you to be advertising their service like that. I'm sure they're extremely
Well, Sony, you got pretty good stuff. It just takes up too much space, half the stuff they want you to download. Though I appreciate the free themes. That's pretty sweet. And the stuff you get early is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I get discounts on certain DLCs as well.
I have nothing on my PlayStation 3, so I have nothing to worry about.
Well, yeah.
I filled up my PS3 twice, and all my hard drives, they just laugh at me every time. I'm just like, hey, yeah, is this compatible? And it's just like, this is made by Sony. God, this is almost like a Microsoft-made machine. Goodness.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
It's the two evils. Both of them are just as bad.
I agree.
All right, so I've heard that the 3DS is coming up. You have a story about that, Reed?
Yeah, actually, because of my nerd account card or my nerd, I'm not sure exactly what they consider it, but they're just like, hey, guess what? You can come down to the event and actually it's tomorrow and go check it out. Get to use it, see a whole preview thing of the 3DS, and you can put your reserves down. I mean, it's comes out the 27th of March, and I get to go see it tomorrow if I so choose. I don't know. I'm pretty lazy, so it might happen.
Go take
I don't know if they'll let me in with
Brad
the camera.
said.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know if they'll let me in with a camera. They'd be just like,
Aww.
Yeah,
but
they would.
Still, go take the picture that Brad wanted. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't you need a 3D camera?
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. That's right. Let me go buy my $5,000 3D camera. That'll make everything better.
No. We'll make you up a Down the Scope press pass, and then you can take your camera in. How about that?
I'll
print it right off my printer before I leave. Of course.
Then tell us all about it.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sure. I got to the door and then they hit me a couple times and I don't remember much.
Yeah, that's what happened at birth with you, isn't it?
Oh.
Oh.
Moving on.
Anyway, moving on.
Good Lord.
What
So
about Gears of War 3, actually? I just kind of thought about that. Do you guys, didn't some betas come out for that?
Not yet.
No, not yet. I would have been on that.
Then
Remember,
how
you
is there
can
gameplay
get in.
for it?
You can get in with Bulletstorm, but you still have to wait until I think it's like even April or something. I mean, it's not even anytime soon. They're still pushing it and advertising it like crazy, but I think
Well,
still
I
literally
see
like a
my
month
good
away.
friend Nelly here, a fellow NGT director here. He's playing
Neely.
it right now. Yeah, okay, fine, Neely.
You said Nelly.
I was
Oh
like,
my
wow,
God.
There's a gangster
Dude,
rapper or
not
something
now.
doing NGT.
I am tired. Leave me alone.
You make it too damn easy, Rad.
Jesus.
anyways,
You know what? I'm not listening to the people that comment anymore. I'm going back to quiet mode. Much easier that way.
No, you're the reason. You're the reason I do it. I'm serious. Yeah.
Aww.
So anyway, Gears. I love Gears of War so much.
I do too. I'm on board with that. So I'm hoping that you will buy it and we can
Oh my
play
god!
that.
I will buy the day it comes out.
All right.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that interview with Cliffy B about whether this is going to be the last one or not?
No, it was supposed to be.
Well, get this. The reason supposedly, okay, if you listen to this interview, the reason this one's going to be the last one is because he says if the multiplayer doesn't take off and people don't play it like a Call of Duty multiplayer game, just continue to play it for a long time, then he's out. He's not going to do it anymore. He's going to switch up franchises, create some new IP, and go that direction because he felt like the multiplayer in the second one was so underutilized that he felt like it was just going nowhere. You know, like people jumped on it like crazy for like a month, and then it was like all of a sudden it dwindled down to like the hardcore group of people playing it, and that was it.
Right. So what the heck? I mean, so he's gonna just like let a franchise go because of the multiplayer?
I guess. I mean, I don't know.
It seems so.
I mean, that's
Why would he-
basically what he was saying. He was saying it just isn't a multiplayer hit, and there's no more reason to continue the story. So if this doesn't continue, then he's not going to like re-up the story. He's just going to let it go.
Well, I enjoyed the story quite a bit, so I'm
Oh, you have no idea. My friend got me into it through Horde mode. Is that what it called too, or am I calling that wrong too?
No, it's Horde. It's Horde. You're
All
right.
right, and it's similar to zombies, but
Yeah.
there's finally an end in sight. 50 waves. We got to that. That was a lot of fun. And I got into the story mode. I didn't have an Xbox. I think it was way back when it just came out. So I literally watched a 160 part playthrough online because I loved it so much.
100. Wait, hold on. Who took 160 parts?
It was something like that. I don't know.
Wow.
It was up there. It was up there. I watched. It was long.
Yeah. That's weird.
Guys,
But
I fast forward through a lot of stuff though.
yeah,
Lord.
it's a good game. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of my favorite franchises ever, for sure. The story to me is I like the story. They took a story that could be drab and they turned it into something good.
Mhm.
And the graphics are absolutely phenomenal. That's for sure. And I mean, even the first one, you can go back and play that. One of the first Xbox games, and it's just wow.
Yeah, it looks really good. And in fact, when the second one came out, I'm not really that big of a fan of it. In fact, I kind of hate the whole like hide behind the chest high wall. You know, I think Yahtzee over at Zero Punctuation said it best. You know, he really he drilled that whole idea of like these games that come out with the chest high walls that you're supposed to hide behind and use cover, and then you pop out and you shoot a little bit and you hide behind cover. You know, the thing is, those are fun for a while, but I think that style now is really overdone. But you know, the thing is when the second one came out, I got it anyway, in spite of my own judgment on it, and I was blown away by the graphics and how smooth the gameplay was. I mean, it really looks good.
Yeah, and the second one had that story. Like, I mean, the first one, you know, Dominic or Dom, you know, however you want to say it, he wasn't a big part of the first game, you know, but they brought this awesome side story about him and his wife into the second one, and you know, you're like,
broke your heart. Didn't it?
My god!
No.
Like at first, you know, I'm sitting here going, oh my god, what the hell are they doing? You know, the first scene you see Dom and his wife sitting there all like, hey honey, and then by the end of the game, you just want to know what's going to happen next, and when you do, it literally made me
Don't
really
spoil
upset.
it.
I'm not
No,
gonna
we're
spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it. It just upset the crap out of me. If you haven't played Gears of War 2 by now, you're probably not going to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you
that's
talking about me?
Now,
Unless you're
well,
unless you're
want to
underage.
make is with in regards to the multiplayer. I mean that Anakin just mentioned. I'm sitting here watching just a little bit of Neely's. God, please, and Neely's gameplay here, and it's 100% interesting. I don't understand how someone wouldn't want to watch at least the way he's playing this game. I think it flows really well. As a commentator, I could easily commentate over something like this.
What's he playing?
Gears of War. It's labeled Gears of War 3 Initial Thoughts. Multiplayer of Gears of War 3.
Well, wait a minute. How the hell is he playing it?
I don't know. I'm not listening to his commentary. That's why I brought up Gears of War. I'm like, geez, he has it. He's playing it.
No, he's not playing it.
Yes, it is. His name comes up. It's registered.
Well, look it up. Wait,
I'm looking at it right here. It says Gears of War 3 beta launching on Xbox Live in April.
What am I watching then? It's identical.
No, maybe it's the gameplay that
No,
they
it's
showed.
not Gears of War 2 though. It's all the new stuff in it.
No, Gears of War 3 demo that was live from the E3.
You may not be
Oh.
playing.
Okay, but how come every time there's a kill, it says, Neely got the kill. X Neely X.
I have no idea.
I don't either. But
Okay, moving
Yeah,
on.
I think we
moving
forgot
on,
we were
so-
on the podcast for a minute there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Big old shout out to you,
Like,
So
Neely.
wait a minute.
God,
Are
if I
we,
could
are,
say
we,
it
are we
right.
still recording? It was like,
Shoot.
all right, guys. Here are the topics for tonight. First topic. We'll try to run all of these topics tonight, but if not, we're sorry.
10 minutes
You
per
know,
topic.
Yeah. First, first one is end this game now. So, are sequels are they worth making for video games, or should developers just make a whole new entire game? And the next topic is pass me my popcorn and controller. So it talks about movies becoming games or games becoming movies, intertwine, whatever. And last but not the least is right here rating for you. So what are takes on rating systems for games in the industries and things like that. So
I almost just made an Asian joke, but then I remember we were on the podcast, so
yeah, tell me later, Brad, and I'll slap you later. So first topic, end this game now. So are sequels worth it?
yeah. And all right, let's go to the one about the movies.
It's like, okay,
Because I've
everybody chime in. Are they worth it? Yes, yes, yes. All right, good. Let's keep going.
You guys now know our opinions.
Don't you care?
the reason why I chose this topic is because the new Dragon Age came out, and a lot of people were let down because of it. And are they really worth it? And I've seen the Heavy Rain making before, and they were talking about, no, we're never going to make a sequel out of it. We're just going to make a whole new entire game,
and that's the
based on
thing.
the genre. So are they really worth it?
Right. That's the thing, though. You've got companies who are smart, like who made Heavy Rain. Them. And
No help here.
they're smart. They see a game, they go, this doesn't need a sequel. We're not going to money grub to get we're not going to money grub and make another one just because people like the first one. You've got people like that. They have a solid story and they make it and it's good. Then you've got people like what's an example of something that shouldn't have maybe had a sequel? And I'm talking about story here when I say Halo is one of them. Not Halo. God, what am I thinking of? There's a lot of games out there that don't need a sequel, and they continue to make them. All right, Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up.
Let's bring up Final Fantasy X, okay?
Just the name alone doesn't require
Final
a sequel.
Fantasy 30 or something.
No, Final Fantasy X. No, okay, so for those of you who are intelligent when it comes to Final Fantasy, just because a Final Fantasy has the next number after it doesn't mean that it's a sequel. So if you got Final Fantasy V, it's a completely different story than 6.
Ooh,
However,
really? I didn't know that.
Right. So
Yeah, it is.
each of them are different stories. None of them, you don't have to have played any of the other one to play the first one, except Final Fantasy X was such a big hit that they decided, we can make money off this. Let's make a half-ass sequel and call it Final Fantasy X-2. Okay.
Wait. You mean like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, no, okay, imagine if Call of Duty 2 came out with a sequel, then it would be Call of Duty 2-2. It's got to be on that ridiculous of a level. So, yeah. So you've got that. Okay, so you play the game, and to tell you the truth, I turned it off pretty damn quick because Final Fantasy X ended, and it was good. Okay, other than Tidus's horrific voice acting and the fact that he looked like Meg Ryan, that was not enough to ruin the game for me. And I enjoyed it. So
Ryan. That is fantastic. Holy cow! I've got to use that sometime. Is that patented? If so, you've got to give me a license to use that.
But yeah. So I know a lot of people think that, but anyway, so they made a sequel, and I absolutely hated it. And it was one of those things where it just didn't need to be done. They did it for the money. So yeah, if you're talking about a gaming sequel that is necessary, like Uncharted, it is necessary to make more because they're amazing. And it would be like not making a new Indiana Jones after the first one. Then yeah, there's something to be lost there. There's money to be lost, and you can say, well, this is a game that needs a sequel. This is a game that we can write a good sequel, and we don't have to try and come up with something that's absolutely ridiculous in order to make it work. But then you got stuff like Heavy Rain that if they were to try and make a sequel for that, it would be very forced, unless they didn't use the main characters again. And in that case, they're just making a new story anyway. They might as well call it something else.
Yeah, I agree. It really comes down to marketing for the most part. They're just trying to play off a game that became popular, and now they're going to use that title. And it may be for a game that has nothing to do with the original, I mean, Call of Duty is a prime example of that. I mean, the stories are all different. Some are linked, some aren't, but yet that Call of Duty moniker is still across the top of that box. So I don't know. There's two kinds of sequels to me. Well, three if you count ones that just shouldn't have been made. But you've got sequels that are that propel the story. If you've made a game and it's got a storyline, and that story has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and yet you've got an audience out there that hungers to want to know more about that story. Well, great. That's awesome. It's like, okay, I really want to know more about this. Then give me that sequel. But the issue is, if you've, that's fine. Obviously, those kind of games warrant a sequel. But the other kind of sequels that I think are really good is like Uncharted, since you brought that up, because you've got the first game was a story, beginning, middle, end. You didn't need a sequel to the story, but you needed a sequel to the universe, the
characters. Yep.
And it's just like you also mentioned Indiana Jones, which of course Uncharted basically is more of a modernized version of that. The thing is there's no Indiana Jones sequels. There's Indiana Jones stories, and it's all surrounding the same character and everything, and it works really well. And I think that's the best thing. The Gears of War series, the Halo series, some of these other ones, they do try to propel this story along, and they leave the game on a cliffhanger, and they don't know if the games are going to go well or not. Fear was a prime example of a game that honestly really didn't need a sequel. They threw the little they threw the little pop-up crazy ending on the very first game, and it was like, oh, okay, wow, all right, that's kind of cool. But I mean, it didn't really need a sequel. And let me tell you, sadly, I love this game, and I'm so happy for the second one to be here, but Dead Space does not need a sequel either. The original Dead Space was a phenomenal, fantastic, great story, and Dead Space 2 is just a revisit, really. I love the game, okay? Don't get me wrong, and I love that they're expanding the universe more, and they've even got the comics and the movies and all the other stuff built in. But realistically, the first one stands alone so well. It's just such a great storyline.
Yeah, I agree. The ending to that game was like one of those. It was one of those endings where it's just like, what happened? You choose an Inception ending, and they didn't have to go on with it. They did. I'm glad they did, because it kind of beefed the game up a little bit. It made it a little bit better. But something to add on the sequels that really did bother me about Dead Space was when they change a major element of the game. So Isaac is a silent protagonist, okay, and they changed that in the second game, which it kind of upsets me. It's kind of like if you're a Half-Life fan, imagine
Gordon suddenly speaking. It's like, what the hell? That would be crazy.
You'd be like, shut the heck up. I don't care what you have to say. The reason I like you silent is because I can put myself in your shoes. Yeah. And not only that,
your thoughts are his voice.
Exactly.
You're responding to the characters, not him.
Exactly. And
all right.
Go ahead.
You want to go? Oh, okay, because I really want to chime in here on these couple things. Immediately, just to go with your voices, BioShock.
I was just about to say it. BioShock was never
BioShock Infinite is finally stepping in the direction of your main character is finally talking.
Yes.
And from what I've seen, it's good. From what they've done with that. So it's a hit or miss, but I've always loved that feeling of you getting to be the big daddy, or you get to be, what was the main character's name in BioShock 1? I don't quite remember.
Atlas?
No, that was the enemy.
Oh, no,
that was the bad guy.
Okay, I'm thinking
Ryan and Atlas were bad guys.
Andrew, Ryan, and Atlas.
Yeah, Atlas was Fontaine. I don't know. We don't need to get
Did it ever tell his name?
Yeah, it did, but I can't remember.
Shiza.
Anyway, but then I wanted to go to another franchise, which I think has done so many good things. as like, the marketing, as you would say, Anakin, but they've released 4 video games. They've released 4 to my knowledge at the moment, and they are working on a 5th one right now. The first game they ever released was Sly Cooper 1, and that was a huge hit. Then they decided, they left the story open. They made Sly Cooper 2, and everyone wanted a 3rd one. They made the 3rd one. It wasn't as completely liked. So then they took a step back and said, all right, do we really need to come out and make a 4th game because everyone wants this, or should we try a new direction? And then they came out with Infamous, which was, for PlayStation, a massive hit. And Sucker Punch has put out 4 games that have been absolutely successful as anything, and they haven't kept going. They knew when to stop on Sly Cooper when it was like, this isn't working out. It went from the good idea of Clockwork and the Claw Gang. I doubt you guys played it, but then they started. The first 2 were around that story of Clockwork, how he murdered Sly's family, blah 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 blah, and then it goes to Sly going to this. Trying to find his family vault, and this weird monkey guy, Dr. M, who used to be in cohorts with his father, and you're just like, this isn't what we grew up with. You can't change it. And there's one more thing I wanted to add was Kingdom Hearts. When it comes to the add-ons, they should have made about 4 games instead of all these mini little sequels. It is driving me out of my mind.
Yeah,
Recoded 3.
That's a very good franchise to bring up. You got Kingdom Hearts, and in 2001?
2000 was Kingdom Hearts.
All right, so
07 was 05. I'm sorry,
06.
05.
06.
No.
Was it
If
not?
you look at the licensing on the disc itself, it says 05.
All right, well, it's been that long. So, yeah, in 2000,
Yeah.
we were graced with Kingdom Hearts, and the fans of Kingdom Hearts were very happy. And we waited around for 5 years, I guess, for the
5-6
sequel.
years. And it was
remember,
awesome.
I remember that day. Well, before the sequel, though, we got a Game Boy Advance game.
Chain of Memories.
Chain of Memories. Oh, yeah, I went and bought that, and I was just like, oh,
Played
God,
the
that
whole
sucks.
thing.
So we get this half-ass sequel or something to hold us over. So all this time that could be put into making the sequel, they actually, they screwed up by making a Game Boy Advance. Then we get 2, and we haven't had one for another 6 years now. We haven't had a sequel, and they have talked about it. They're not even going to complete it. They're not going to do it.
They got to wait till Final Fantasy. They said they won't even think about it until Final Fantasy's whatever is done. The game they're developing now.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's the thing, though, that I was going to tell. For me, sequels work if they don't do it right away, just to make a sequel like every year. For me, it really works when they wait and they be patient about it.
6 years.
StarCraft, man, was 10 or 12 years
Yeah.
to make a sequel.
Yep. 12 years.
And
I think.
So
Yeah.
mean to us, though. They give us, they're like, bam, look at this great game. And then all of a sudden they're like, bam, we'll give you this one. And then it wasn't too far off. They're like, bam, Kingdom Hearts 2. And now they're just like, yeah, no, we
But
don't
rather
care.
than giving you like every 3 years, which sucks every time,
or
I'd
every
rather-
other year.
Yeah,
Around a certain November date.
exactly. Exactly.
Have you noticed that? They keep one-upping each other every year. Like, we're going to release it a day earlier than you last year.
or like have have a different engine every time.
Well, you look at a game like Halo, and they took a while, releasing their sequels, but every time it was a solid game, and it had a solid multiplayer, it had a solid. I mean, whether or not you like Halo or not, that doesn't mean that the game is not solid.
Oh yeah, it's very polished, regardless
yeah.
of your feelings about it.
The online is different than Call of Duty. That's just something you got to cope with. But you look at a game like Modern Warfare; it's released once a year, and you see all the problems why is it that Halo doesn't have those problems? It's because there's a lot of time put into it. If you watch
Tons of Q&A, tons.
Exactly. If you watch the special edition discs that come with the special edition games, and you see the countless hours that they spend sitting there was actually a time lapse in one of the videos, a time lapse of a guy sitting there testing one level, and it was just hours and hours and hours of him sitting there on one level, just playing through it to make sure it was perfect and pristine. That's why you don't see hacked lobbies on Halo. You don't see that crap.
That's right. I totally agree.
So, But yeah,
Right.
I mean, so when it comes to sequels, I mean, I think that it's a A or B situation. You
Put
either
in
do
the
it,
right time.
yeah,
That's
you,
all.
you
Yeah,
do it, you
final
don't.
thoughts?
Yep.
Reed,
That's it.
final thoughts?
Put in the right time and make a good game.
Anakin, final thoughts?
Sequels are good if done correctly.
Amen.
That's just food for thought.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
All right.
All
So
right,
which one are we
guys.
headed into now?
Next topic. Pass me my popcorn and controller.
Okay. So
Talks about movies becoming games or games becoming movies.
So now I've got my boxing gloves on for this one because I know you Bo's going to come at me with like a steak or something. He's trying to try and stab me and kill me
Maybe a little.
because I'm about to bash the heck out of him.
Yes, I love you.
Games should
All
never
right.
become movies. Movies should never become games. Let's move on.
Next topic.
You know what the funniest movie I've ever watched that was a game into a movie that me and my sister just put it in to laugh? Super Mario Brothers.
Oh God!
I love
Live
that.
action one? Oh my
Oh
god.
my god,
Definitely one-
Goombas, they're so funny looking.
Now-
Goombas are 7, 8, and they.
Now, what's
Oh my-
bad? What's really bad is when you're a kid and you look at something and like your mommy's sitting there and you're 5 and you go, "Mommy, what the hell?" That's when you know something's bad because, I mean, I played Mario like crazy and then this crap comes out and I'm like, wow, are you kidding me? What is this fungus crap? The Mushroom Kingdom is a beautiful place, and then there's this fungus junk everywhere with bombs and crap in it. I mean, that is the epitome of what the game to movie, genre or whatever you call it is. It's like they take a really shitty idea. Sorry about that.
Oh, there's a lot of people going in this one.
They take a really crappy idea and they try and throw as much of the game into it as possible. So it's like, here's a husk. Now just start cutting and pasting things from the game inside of it. That's exactly what it is.
Here's my list. Prince of Persia, Resident Evil, all these games, they never live up. And that's why when I get these questions like, Rad, wouldn't it be awesome if Zombies was a live action movie? I'm like, no, they're going to
I'm
butcher it. They're
scared.
gonna
I'm
kill
scared
for
for
me.
it too. Yeah, I'm scared for that too to happen.
I'll make
I
my
mean-
own movie and make it right.
I don't have a game that was made into a movie that's really good. I have nothing in mind. The closest one I have would be probably Prince of Persia. Kind of enjoyed it. Kind of cheesy. That's the closest thing. I
Now-
have no idea.
Now, yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Can you guys think of a movie that became or from a game that you can relate to, that you do like?
I'm telling you, Resident Evil is the best they got, and that's awful.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
I
think
really
so.
do think Resident Evil is the best video game movies I've seen.
No,
The
no.
I don't
Tomb
like
Raider,
it.
the Tomb
No, I
Raider,
don't like
I've got a buddy who would kill you.
the Tomb
So
Raider movie
cheesy, I
was
don't know.
watchable. The Tomb
What? No,
Raider
I don't
movie was
like it. What are you talking about? It's all crap.
Well, I know, but I'm saying like he's a huge Resident Evil fan, and he literally would sit there for hours just going, "Can you believe it? They did this!" He's just so mad.
Okay, wait.
So upset.
Game from a movie. I have one that is a unique case. The game
God.
is just phenomenal, and you can look up the reviews. They are unbelievable across the board. Okay, come on.
Mhm.
Anyone? Anyone?
I mean,
No?
it's not Avatar.
There's-
It's not any of
there's
those
one.
awful movies that come out.
So what? Game into a movie or movie into a game?
No, this is a
Movie
movie. This
into
is a movie into a game. I'm talking about the game that.
Is this
came
on the
from
Super
a-
Scott
Nintendo?
Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim.
No.
No, you're
Aw.
talking about Riddick.
Yes, there you go.
Ah,
Friends with
yeah.
me,
Riddick is an
Chronicles
amazing
of Riddick.
game.
I hate the freaking movie.
Oh my God!
Yeah, you got to be kidding.
Hang on, I gotta go. I'm out of here.
Wait, she didn't see Riddick?
Oh my
Who
god.
likes that guy?
So Vin
Vin
Diesel.
Diesel.
Oh,
is amazing.
man.
Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
My sister would never talk to you.
Vin
Who
Diesel.
likes that guy?
I like
He
Vin
acts
My-
like Vin
my-
Diesel every time, every movie.
Well, he may not be good at every role, but he's good at Riddick.
Look, here's
Oh
the
my
thing.
god! Wait,
He is Riddick. That's it. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about him being fast or furious. I don't care about
the
him being the
pacifier.
pacifier.
actually, today I just saw Saving Private Ryan, and he
He's
was really good
awesome.
before he died in the opening scene.
Yeah.
He's awesome in that. He does really well in some of his other lower key stuff, but he is Riddick. That's the role that he was born to play.
Yeah,
Riddick.
I'm serious.
There's two more Riddick movies coming out, by the way, next year.
Is it really?
Yes. David
I can't wait
Twohy and Vin Diesel are working on it right now.
I can't wait for the damn game because I don't know if you got goosebumps or not, but like every time he like precursors what's going to happen to somebody, I'm like, yes!
Death by teacup.
Exactly. Yeah, something like that. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so epic. He just, he's like, in the game, he's like, there's no ship that can contain me or something like that. I'm like, you're damn right, dude.
Hell yeah.
I believe you.
But there you go. Okay, there's a game that really transcended the original source material. That game is phenomenal, and it's because the same people who were involved with the movie were involved with the game. Vin Diesel didn't just say, cool, I'll come and do the voice work. He helped produce that game. The company that did that game, Starbreeze Studios, was helped funded by Vin Diesel. That's like his gaming company.
Yeah, and he was even at E3 that year that it came out, talking about it. He was there promoting it and all that.
He helped write it. He made sure the universe was consistent with the movies. I mean, it's his baby, and that's why that game was really, really solid, because it wasn't just some studio that got a phone call one day from a producer in Hollywood going, hey, we got a big budget movie, make a game.
Yeah,
call
exactly.
me when it's done. I mean, they don't know, there's nothing there. But now you've got somebody who is a creative individual who wants to make sure his franchise and his IP is taken care of across all forms of media. And that at least, if nothing else, Vin Diesel fan or not, the thing is that guy takes care of his IP, his franchise,
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's another thing. BioShock, I guess, was supposed to be
there was a statement about it. Yeah, they're like, they finally went on record and said, we're not doing it. There's no way
they decided against it.
Make a budget to do justice to the game.
Right.
Well, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. So this U-Bo guy, I guess he thinks it's a good idea to go out there and just try. Now I didn't even know that some of these games he made, but he made Far Cry into a movie, which really pissed me off because Far Cry is one of my favorite games.
I loved Far Cry. Yeah.
Yeah,
before that movie,
and then he made
Dungeon Siege. Postal, the movie. I mean, this guy will take anything. I'm sure he's got an Angry Birds game in the works, right? Or Angry Birds movie in the works right now.
The Plants vs. Zombies.
The funniest one I saw was Blood Rain. I was just laughing. I was like, are you kidding? This girl's like, I'm Rain. And I was like, no, it's U-Bo again.
Yeah, that guy.
And how about fighting games that makes made into a movie like Street Fighter?
No, I want to clarify something. I did enjoy the first Mortal Kombat movie quite a bit.
It's okay. I don't know.
You didn't like it?
Oh man, I looked back at it not too long ago. It showed up like on one of the cable channels, and I was like, oh god.
No, it wasn't. No, the second one was pretty bad. You sure you weren't watching Annihilation?
Because they're both bad.
The first one wasn't that bad.
I guess compared to the other one, okay, I'll give you that.
What was so bad about the first one? You can't even remember.
Raiden.
What about him?
I don't know.
He was the Highlander. He was
so that doesn't matter. Lambert, what's his name? Lambert.
Christopher Lambert. Yeah.
Christopher Lambert. Yeah. No, so who cares? He did it. I mean, I agree. He should have fought a little bit more, but I mean, Goro. That was awesome. I mean, the only thing that was bad about the movie to me was Johnny Cage, but he's supposed to be that way.
Well, yeah.
Johnny Cage is always bad game or movie.
Yeah, he's just like, those are $500 sunglasses, and like that was like, oh, that's corny. But then he punches Goro in the berries, and it's hilarious.
I don't know. I find it so cheesy when they're like, "Come over here." I don't know.
You find that cheesy? You're gonna get mobbed, zombie.
No, but the game is so good. But then the actual movie, it was
the same voice actor.
Easy. I don't know.
It was the same guy when he's like, "Are you serious?" He's standing in a field of trees, all in a line. Johnny Cage looks down there. He sees Scorpion. He sees the thing come out of his hand. Get over here, and he throws it down. And that was corny to you?
Yeah, corny.
Oh man, I
How
love
about
it.
Street Fighter, huh?
It was bad, but
It wasn't bad.
Straight up.
Not bad. That movie.
Street Fighter, Guile. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, jeez.
But you know what? You know what movie I kind of enjoyed was Tomb Raider.
Well, I mentioned that
Yeah.
earlier. I mean,
All right.
as games to movies go, it's a Hollywood blockbuster movie, at least with a AAA, actor, actress in it or whatever. They had other known actors. It had a budget. It's watchable. It's not great. It's not even good, but it's at least watchable. If they threw as much money and people at another franchise, then they might be able to go somewhere with it.
Angelina's boobs or something.
Right.
Let's talk about movies that have become games that are better than the movie, like National Treasure becoming Uncharted.
Yeah, well.
Transformers, the new game. It was actually
they're really
it had
expanding out
For
that
reviews.
Cybertron, yeah, but that's
Yeah.
kind
Dark
of
side of the
unfair
movie.
because it was like it was video. Well, it was a toy before it was a video game or a movie. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Toy or cartoons, then
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a Transformers movie guy. I don't like them very much. I think that's corny.
Let me tell you.
Yeah,
wanna
but
see a
the- yeah,
good
I didn't like
Transformers
it too.
movie? Go watch the one from 1986.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah. My old neighbor, he was just like a Transformers freak. He had everything, and like he made me sit down and watch that. And yeah, it grows on you after you see it a while. But I mean, it just wasn't my time. Even I wasn't even born yet.
yeah.
It's a great movie, though. I'm telling you, you can sit down and watch that movie today, and all the voice actors are extremely well known. That was actually believe it or not, that movie was the first animated movie that ever used known voice talent. Did you know that?
Right, was that not the last?
Orson Welles.
The Orson Welles? Yeah.
Last work as an actor was he played Unicron.
Unicron. Yep.
Awesome movie.
Yeah, one of the games that's a hit are the Lego games.
I like the
Like-
Lego games.
True.
Lego Batman, Lego Indiana Jones. They have
Star
good
Wars.
reviews.
Lego
Lego
Star Wars
Star
was
Wars.
first. It was before them.
Or even Star
you're right.
Wars, The
Star
Force
Wars. I just
Unleashed.
thought about that. Every Star Wars game
It's not good.
hasn't been. Yeah. I played Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith. That was awful. It
hang
wasn't
on.
good. It wasn't what it should have been.
This is probably before your time, okay? But Jedi Knight.
boy.
Hang on.
Wait, for the PS1. Is it PS1?
I played the PC version. It may have made it over to the PS1. I don't recall.
Okay, maybe. Let's see.
But the PC version of Jedi Knight was extremely good. And let me tell you, the best Star Wars game ever that you've probably, I'm sure, never played was Dark Forces from 1995. Probably
No.
the best Star Wars game ever made.
Well, I loved Battlefront, and I loved.
Battlefront was good. TIE Fighter was good. X-Wing was good.
It was. What was it called? Knights of the Old Republic. Or no.
Yeah, Knights of the
I'm
Old
sorry.
Republic was good.
I didn't like it too much. The turn-based system. It didn't feel right in a Star Wars atmosphere for me, anyway. But it's Jedi Academy, I think.
Jedi Academy was the sequel to Jedi Knight, I think.
It was where you could like customize your people. There's like blue and red teams, and you could look like Jango Fett with a lightsaber. What's cooler than that? There was nothing cooler than Jango Fett with a lightsaber.
Awesome.
Take that to the grave.
Lord.
Yeah, whatever.
How can you not? like Jango Fett?
How about one of the actual games that I'm pretty surprised that has good reviews that's a movie into a game was Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, I saw that
Have
too.
you guys tried it?
I haven't tried either. No.
I've-
10-year-old crowd.
Yeah.
No, it's different.
Then again, my sister likes it, and all of her college friends.
but
so
yeah,
I don't know what the hell they're
you
doing.
guys have to consider the old Disney games like The Lion King for the Super Nintendo and Aladdin. They were considered some of the best games for the system, and they were all movie based as well. They were very, very good. And then Toy Story 3 got some good press as well. The game.
The Scott Pilgrim game, I played it.
Right, but Scott, yeah, wasn't Scott Pilgrim? Which one was it first? I don't
It was a
even know.
comic first.
Okay.
Comic and then a movie and
So
then a
it's
game.
just done. It's got a cult following all over, pretty much.
Right.
Creepy.
Right.
Yeah. How about Tron, Anakin? Would you play it?
You know, they actually made a really
Movie-
good Tron game like a few years back, and they actually called it Tron 2. And I believe that is why they changed the name of the second movie to not get confused between the game and the movie. But the game actually was decent. It was not bad. But I don't know anything about the Tron Legacy game that came
All
out
right,
recently.
one thing that bugs the crap out of me is how the movie Tron had just about nothing to do with Tron. I understand
It's
the
true.
other plot stuff, but he
It's
was
true.
such a minus character in the whole thing. If you played
Spoiler.
Kingdom Hearts 2, I mean, that's all the whole freaking level was Tron becoming their hero and saving the NPC world or whatever it was.
Yeah, but wasn't this like a sequel to the original Tron, or was it a remake?
No,
It
it's
was
a sequel.
That's what I thought.
It was. I
Yeah.
never saw the original. Well, I never played the
You've
original
never
game, so I
seen
can't
the
tell you.
Oh my god! Hang on, I'm bleeding. I'm choking up blood over here. You've never seen the original Tron?
He made his
You want to
nose
choke
bleed.
more blood? I've never seen the full movie of Saving Private Ryan.
Oh well, you're not supposed
Well, you
to.
can't.
That's rated M for mature.
Oh, grow up. They showed it in school today. Grow up.
Are you serious?
Really?
Yeah.
No, they
Wow.
didn't.
Yeah, there had to be permission slips, though, from mommy and daddy.
Your mom and dad said yes?
Why the hell not? It's
Wait, there
it's-
is like extremely harsh language in that. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I know,
so,
every
like,
other line. It was
beep and
great.
beep.
And then like heads flying.
Oh, my God. I remember the beginning where he's crying about his mother and his guts are all
Spoiler.
around.
Mom! If you haven't seen
Spoiler.
Saving Private Ryan,
Oh my gosh! The best part was Vin Diesel, though. He was such a good actor in that. He just like, oh, I will die a hero.
Not
It's like, no, you're gonna get sniped in the back of the head.
Vin Diesel, stay with what you have.
oh,
Sadness.
come on. I want to see Vin Diesel and The Rock being like a crazy,
Oh my god! Like
stick.
pacify your tooth fairy kind of movie.
What are you talking
Oh.
about? That's the new Need for Speed, Brad. The new movie. They're both
Actually,
in
you know
it.
what? You're
Are you
right.
serious?
Reed
Am I-
is
They're
right,
both
yeah.
in it.
Are you serious?
That's right.
Yes.
Ooh,
They're both
I'm
in the new Need for Speed.
I'm excited.
Gosh, this is gonna
I
suck.
didn't even know. Oh, you watch it. You watch
So,
it.
I
so
will
wait.
just to criticize them.
If the
one is the
Expendables, you know the
fast
movie Expendables, if The Rock, Vin Diesel, and what's his name from? He played Mace Windu.
Oh,
What's his name?
Samuel Jackson.
If they all were in that movie, it would have been too much testosterone, and
Well,
people would have died from the awesomeness.
The second one
I'm
is
telling you.
coming, and I guarantee you that already Schwarzenegger has signed up for it. He's already got some new
Oh
movies
my-
in the works.
Oh
And they're
my-
gonna,
I can't.
they're gonna
I can't
do
believe
Bruce
the
Willis.
cast they had.
They're gonna get.
It was
Bruce
the
Willis,
worst movie.
Schwarzenegger, and I'm telling you, they're gonna throw Vin Diesel in, probably The Rock.
Oh my
Oh my God.
gosh!
It was, my friend was like, that was the best movie ever. And this is the guy that just loves the Rambo movies. He loves Stallone. I'm just like, there was literally no plot. He's like, who wants plot when there were that many explosions?
Oh my gosh! I'm not gonna watch movies with you guys.
Oh my god. No, that's gonna be one heck.
You
If
go
you,
for laughs there.
Zombie- Zombie, I'm gonna give you an assignment. Go watch Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger and tell me
Indeed.
it didn't make you grow a mustache.
I don't know if that would be a pretty sight, but okay.
I guarantee you by the end you will have a beautiful
Yeah, but you're like-
mustache.
Yeah, Brad. Yeah.
And you go shave after the movie. You jerk.
Yeah. Chest bump, man.
Oh
But
my
I
god.
have a last question for you guys. What game would you like to be turned into a movie? Like a decent movie, like a really good movie.
If it was a good movie and it could be done, I would like to see Oblivion turned into a trilogy, like a kind of like a Lord of the Rings trilogy, but telling the whole story of Oblivion or the Elder Scrolls rather.
Wow,
Okay.
that would be a long movie.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
See, me, I mean, my favorite game of all time, as I've stated, is Kingdom Hearts. But that really just can't make a good movie when you got Mickey Mouse
I'd
and
like to see
Final Fantasy
Goofy.
characters running around everywhere. I just don't think it can happen. But I really think if it was properly done, I think could be a really, really good movie.
Oh
if
my
they
God.
did
But what's
it
the
right.
plot? Oh, your theory, I guess.
One track mind.
Oh,
All right.
go away.
Okay, here's mine. I'm telling you, I would pay big bucks to go see this movie, the original Crisis. The first Crisis. I don't know anything about the second one yet. We're all going to find out what the story is on that one. But the original Crisis had so much going for it. Really good story. Had a beginning, a middle, and end. It had memorable characters. Everything.
You know, I would like to see that too because I don't have a computer that could run Crisis, so I never got to enjoy that story.
Man, I'm telling you, you should try. You should definitely play it. Let me tell you. Listen up, audience. Go play the original Crisis because I guarantee you the machine now that you have, it will probably be able to play that game now. Even if it's not on the highest, craziest, best settings ever, play the game for the story. There is a solid story behind that first-person shooter. And it's just a fun game anyway. So go play it. I'm telling you, it's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, I can't believe I just blanked on this game, and I'm stupid because I mentioned it. That I would love to see more than zombies is BioShock. I don't know why I didn't just say that.
You know, I think
idiot.
it would. I think it would be awesome. I think a good BioShock movie would be good.
I mean, you don't do BioShock 2, but BioShock 1.
Yeah.
With the whole story with Andrew Ryan, the father coming blow people away if they did it right.
Yeah,
The big
I have a
daddies,
few
little
though.
sisters.
I have a few in mind.
Okay.
Go for it.
God of War.
Nah.
I'm curious, if they're gonna pull that off.
Are
don't
you
know
are
if
you
they-
serious?
How?
Do you know who they would get to play Kratos zombie? Vin Diesel.
I know, right?
Either
know.
him or
There's no
Jean-Luc
more
Picard.
bald guys that can play epic movies.
Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart for Kratos.
There you go. Yeah.
Another game I would like to see into a movie is actually StarCraft. Believe it or not,
Yeah.
something really epic.
I don't
Yeah,
know
that'd
if-
be-
I don't know if
I could
the
see it.
story. I don't know if the story is enough there.
Yeah.
The story, it's enough, Anakin. In my opinion,
You think?
I love the first StarCraft. Have you played the second one?
I haven't played the second one.
Yeah,
I
I
did.
played the
I
second
played
Oh,
the
that's
first
probably
one.
the reason.
But
Was it? Oh God, I can't ask this question. I'll ask you after about the ending of one of them.
Yeah. I'd like to see how they do StarCraft. If it would be epic, story wise, the universe and things like that. That would be a good movie, in my opinion. I don't know. I'm excited for that one. And who's gonna play Kerrigan and things like that.
Oh, wow, awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll have to see if that works for the movie crowd. I don't know about that one, but yeah, I'd definitely try one for sure. Try one. The StarCraft game in general. My uncle used to tell me it was a really good story, and then I read some of the instruction booklet actually that came with the game when I bought it. Had a lot of the story in it, so yeah, I can see that. Not so much God of War though.
Yeah.
I don't know,
No.
but
I hate God of War anyway, so I'm biased.
you hate God of War?
I just can't stand the concept.
I like it. I think
Yeah,
that-
that's
like
fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
I like it.
I don't have any problem with people
All right.
liking other games.
guys, we are running out of time.
Yeah, we are.
Just thought I'd bring that up.
All right, guys.
So closing?
We have a listener mail that I'd
Yeah.
like to address, and it's not really a request or in a question. It's more of a positive feedback.
Right.
So this one is from Alexander. He said, "Hot damn! Really positive feedback. Incredible, awesome show, man. Already sub. I know Anakin already, but I don't know the rest of you guys. But you really kicked, dude. And I really mean
Believe
it.
yourself,
Kick,
Nine.
dude. Entertainment on the highest level. I'd love to see more and keep it up." It's from Alexander.
Awesome. Alexander must know me. Well, let me tell you, Alexander, the rest of them, definitely go check out their channels. Now's the time for each of you to say, hey, check out my channel.
Yeah, it is. Hey, check out my channel.
Check out my
Hey, check out
channel
my
if you know I exist.
You know I'm there. You know I'm there. Hey, I appreciate that comment, man. And
We do appreciate comments like that.
yeah, it just goes to show that Anakin's doing a decent job. You know, somewhere along the line, he's getting us subscribers.
Awesome.
What are you implying?
I'm implying that your guys only like zombies and they would never subscribe to me.
My life goes on.
Oh, jeez.
By the way,
So,
subscribe to you, and he comments almost.
Final
400
thoughts,
videos
final
at a time.
words, you guys?
Yeah.
Let's start with you, Radio Drew
yeah,
22.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Go check out my channel and check out the Down the Scope channel as well. We're going to do something with that eventually. And we will, as soon as we get an RSS feed, we will be getting our podcast on iTunes. A lot of you guys keep bringing that up. So, yeah, it's coming. So just be patient with us.
And Uncle Anakin.
Oh boy! As always, thanks for watching. And listening. Don't forget, down at the bottom, underneath the description, is the MP3 file for you guys. I know a lot of you don't want to sit in front of your computer there and listen to us for an hour. So throw us on your iPod, throw us on your MP3 player, throw us in your car, wherever you want to put us, and listen away. And right-click on it, choose Save Target As. For those of you that have had problems in the past getting it. So, anyway, once again, thanks for watching.
And Reed.
Thanks for watching, guys. We all appreciate it. Always, please leave comments. Message us. We love listening to it, listening to feedback. It's always great to hear from other people and thoughts and ideas. So, thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, guys. So if you have any more questions or feedbacks, anything, don't hesitate to email us podcast. Podcast
Every time.
Down to Scope. Podcast Down to Scope at gmail.com. All right. And subscribe to youtube.com/user/pot down to scope. Yeah.
Jeez.
Butchered it. No, yeah, she's right. youtube.com/user/down the scope.
Yes.
All one.
All right. That's all the time we have for you today. And we'll see you next time on episode 8.
Later.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye. Wouldn't it be awesome if Zombies was a live action movie? I'm like, no, they're gonna butcher it.
Scared. I'm scared.
I think Zombies could be a really, really good movie.
Oh
if
my
they
God.
did
But what's
it
the
right.
plot? Oh, you're